Hello everybody, welcome to Shogi Ramen TV. いらっしゃいませ。Let's enjoy shogi with me. Today, I will introduce the professional Kifus. And Sente is Sato, Gote is Namekata. Let's see. Namekata, as Sato opened the bishop line, and Namekata chose the Ibisha. In this game, Sato chose the Nakabisha. He's typically the Ibisha player, but sometimes he plays the Nakabisha. And the Namekata's style is not open the bishop line. This is the one popular strategy against the Gokigen Nakabisha, not open the bishop line. And in this case, the Nakabisha side, it is not needed to push the pawn to 5-5. If the opponent's bishop line is opened, you need to push the pawn. This pushing pawn means attacking to this position and exchange the bishop. So if there are two meanings, this pushing pawn means needed. And Gote using the silver to from here to here. This is a this is called joseki. But in this case, the bishop line is not open, so the defense is needed. And there is two possibilities. One is the silver against the silver case, silver versus silver. But in this game, Sato chose another defense, like this. This pushing pawn is another joseki, and it's an interesting way. It looks just losing the pawn, but this is the joseki. And Namekata back the silver here, but if Namekata didn't back the silver, you can push the pawn like this, and after that you can get the silver by knight. This is like a Ginbasami. Silver cannot back that. So this is one joseki. So the Namekata chose the silver back and pushing pawn. So at this moment, Sente lost the one pawn, but the Sente created the good position, and Gote is spent many times to move the silver from here to here, but Gote just got the one pawn, so this joseki is the interesting way. And this pawn is also joseki, interesting joseki. Namekata didn't take this pawn, but if he take this pawn, you can attack by bishop, and silver cannot move back because of the bishop attack, and he need to take protects by bishop, and you can attack by rook in addition. And how to protect? He has to back the silver, and then you can attack the edge line. This is the joseki. So Namekata couldn't take this pawn. So this silver is spent many times to move from left side to right side. And after that, Sato chose to attack from left side because the silver has moved to the right side. So left side is now weak. And Namekata needed to prepare the protect the left side by using the gold. Sato start to attack. So now Funagakoi style is the Ishida style. This is one of the good styles. And Gote looks difficult to create the better castle. But from here, Gote is doing the good way to make the better position from here. First, using the bishop from the edge line. So at this moment, if you push the pawn, what happens? If the Gote take this pawn, you can take this pawn by lance and take the lance, so it's better for you. But the Gote chose that this bishop move and take pawn and dropping the pawn. So this is one technique to protect the edge attack. So if Gote has one pawn, this edge bishop will be the boss one way. So in the game, Sente didn't push the pawn and jumping the knight, and this knight means that in the future he wants to exchange the rook by dropping the pawn and from rook here to here. So the Gote's castle is not strong. The Mino castle is very strong, so the bishop exchange, rook exchange will be better for the Sente. And Gote need to hurry up to attack something. This bishop is also preparing to exchange the rook. And Gote try to start attack by using the bishop. And Sente didn't take this pawn. If the Gote take this pawn, Sente can exchange the rook like this. This exchange will be better for the Sente because of the castle strength. So Gote couldn't take that pawn, and Gote succeeded to exchange the bishop like this. And after exchange the bishop, this dropping pawn is the interesting way. If the take by rook, the Gote can drop the bishop here to attack the rook and the gold. So the Sente cannot take this pawn and move the rook here, and then Gote drop the bishop to take the knight and lance. And this sacrifice of the pawn is one technique to move the gold. If the take by knight, you can drop the pawn here to move the gold from here too. Then take by gold. Now this position is getting weak, so pushing the pawn, take by Gote, and dropping the bishop. This bishop means protecting the knight. Knight is more important than the lance in this case. And next, this bishop can take the pawn to check the king and attack the rook. So the Gote need to protect. And this pawn is one tesuji. Of course, he can take by gold, and if take by knight, you can drop the pawn here. Then if the rook escape, you can attack by bishop. So the take by rook is needed. And this move of the bishop, promoted bishop, means so at this moment, if the jumping knight can be used, it's better way. But in this case, the bishop is not connected, so opponent can take by bishop. You can take the rook, but this promoted bishop is very strong to protect the castle and to attack the Mino castle. So in this situation, the Gote is better than Sente. So this move of the bishop is preparing the jumping knight. After that, jumping the knight. And Gote took the knight, bishop, and take by rook. And at this moment, knight is attacking to the rook, so Gote need to escape the rook. Like this. And at this moment, Gote has a lance, so the next he can drop the lance here to attack the rook and silver. So this back to silver is very, very good way to make the castle more strong and escape the attack, avoid the attack from the lance. And Gote dropped the bishop. This bishop is very nice to attack the rook and to create the prompted bishop here. And this rook is interesting. If the just escaping the right side, this is not good for Sente because there is no attack way. But this position, if the Gote just creating the promoted bishop, you can sacrifice the knight and you can enter the rook. So this rook means Gote needs to take the rook or protect something. And Gote chose the protect by pawn. And dropping the pawn, escape the rook, dropping the bishop. This bishop is also nice. If the gold escape to here, you can take this pawn to check and attack. Escape the gold here and creating the bishop, promoted bishop. Sente lost the knight and lance, but the castle is strong. This jumping knight is very important to escape from the prompted pawn, and next she can attack the gold from here. like this. And Gote drops the lance. This lance is the defensing one of defense and attack. If the Sente drop the pawn to protect, Sente has no pieces, so that there is no attack way. So the Sente cannot drop the pawn, and Sente has a good way to continue attack, dropping the pawn. This one is very nice. Gote cannot take, and Gote take the gold. And Gote chose the attack from the edge line. Edge attack is nice attack against the Mino castle. And there is no way to protect the edge line, so Sente needs to attack. This. Take. And dropping the gold to protect. This protect is very strong. Need to escape the bishop and take the edge pawn. So the Sente doesn't have the pawn, so Sente needs to protect by the lance. But this double lance will work in the future to the attack. This promoted bishop means to protect these pawns and attack this line. And Sente chose the protect to move the bishop, because this bishop position is very nice, so the moving this bishop is important in this position. And bishop position changed to the here. This position is also good position to attack this line, so the Sente chose the force the bishop move again. And there is no good position in this line, so the Gote need to choose the attack instead of the escaping the bishop. So the dropping the pawn, escape, and take the gold. Take by silver, and dropping the rook. This rook attack is strong, and the Sente protecting this silver, and this bishop is nice because the two meanings, protecting the silver and attacking to the gold. So this kind of the move is very important in the end game. And this knight is also good. This is attacking to silver and attacking to the king in the next. If the Sente didn't protect, Gote can take the gold and take by king and drop the gold. It's tsume. So the Sente need to protect like this. And take by knight, take by silver. At this moment, Sente lost the silver, but the Sente got the knight. Knight is very useful in this situation. Dropping the knight here is very strong. So the Gote need to protect like this. So Gote's castle is very strong now. And Gote chose this dropping silver to protect the bishop line. If the bishop escape, Gote can take the silver by rook. So only way is sacrifice of the bishop. and take by gold and dropping pawn. This is the technique to move the gold from the castle. This is one technique. Gote didn't take this pawn and take the silver. If the take this pawn, this is a trap, and Sente can continue attack like this. This is Tsumero, but taking the silver is not check, so Gote has to protect like this. This gold is just changing the rook position, but there is a checkmated like this, and double lance will work for the checkmate. So this kind of the pawn is strong in the end game. And Gote chose taking silver and take the gold and take by king. And at this moment there is no good checkmate or tsumero, so Sente need to protect like this. And this triple gold is very strong to protect. And the important thing is to get the turn. So this gold is attacking to the rook. This means the rook has to escape. So at this moment, Sente can take the turn to attack like this. So opponent Gote didn't take this pawn. There is one way to take the by king, but this position is dangerous, looks dangerous, so Gote chose escape the king here. And this move is the attacking to the rook and create the more space to escape for the king. And the Gote move the rook here. This rook is very strong because this rook works for the edge attack. So the Sente need to protect this rook line and need to attack. So this knight is very nice. This knight means protecting the rook line and attacking to the silver. If the silver escape, you can take the silver, take by gold and drop the silver. It's tsumi. So the Gote cannot escape this silver. And Gote chose to attack from here. This jumping knight is not check, so if Gote can continue the tsumero, Gote will win. Okay. This knight will be the tsumero. Next, take lance, take and dropping pawn. So need to protect like this. This pawn is the interesting technique. So if this space is opened, Sente can drop the pawn to protect. So this is a technique to remove the space to drop the pawn. And drop the pawn to continue attack. This attack is also tsumero. And take, and take. And this bishop is the two meanings to attack the silver and to attack the knight. And Sente chose this defense, and this knight means defense and attack. If the take the silver, Sente's king has been checkmated, like this. So at this timing need to protect something, like this. Take trans. This bishop means remove the silver to attack here and attack the bishop. So the center cannot take the silver. Take bishop, take. This knight is very strong, but it's not check. So the Gote try to checkmate, like dropping the gold, take by king, take by rook, and dropping the silver. Gote chose the take by rook, so there is looks a good move by dropping the knight, but it is not slightly not checkmate. So Gote cannot choose this dropping the knight, so take by rook, king, and at this moment Gote's castle is very it's narrow. Next center can drop the gold and it's difficult to protect, so need to continue the attack like this. And center try to escape the king and to enter the opponent's area, dropping the bishop, escape the king. This bishop is trap. If the escape to the right side, the king will be checkmated like this. Center escape the king, and this silver is also trap. If take the by king, Gote can drop the silver and escape the king and make the promoted bishop. King cannot enter the opponent area. This silver could remove the knight. So the Gote's castle is not narrow now. But the center king can enter the opponent's area, could enter the opponent's area. So sometimes shogi will be changing in the end game. So in this game, the key point is this king, center's king, can enter or not. This is the point because the center has already enough materials, double rook and bishop, and center can enter the opponent's area, but the Gote cannot enter the area because there are many pieces here and center has many pieces. So how to protect the entering the king? So this pawn is one way. If the take by promoted rook, Gote can drop the silver here to take the rook. But at this timing, center drop the rook. This rook is very nice. Opponent Gote wants to drop the silver to protect, but if using the silver, take by this rook can take this pawn because of the loss of the silver. So Gote cannot drop the silver, and instead of drop the another piece. And after that, so this rook attack means that this king cannot escape anymore. So this king cannot move the front side, so this means that Gote cannot enter the opponent's area. So the next Sente move the king here. Gote can drop the silver here, but the king can enter the area. So dropping the knight to protect the entering the king, but this move the king is nice, and Gote doesn't have any ways to avoid the entering the king. So at this moment, the Gote resigned in this game. So sometimes the shogi change the rule in the end game. This kind of the. Okay. Thank you. See you next ramen. Bye bye.